Welcome to Everyday Nursing Knowledge Lectures, and today we will learn the needle gauge and length for IM and subcutaneous injection in adults. So the gauge is how thick or thin the needle is, and as the numbers goes up, and you can see in this picture the needle gets thinner. And length measures the length of the needle, and that's measured in inches. So in this picture you can see the needle, and the first letter represent the gauge. It's a 21 gauge needle, and the second number represent length, so it's 1.5 inches. So this is 21 gauge needle and it is 1.5 inches in length. Now how will you determine the needle size for IM and subcutaneous injection? So remember, IM injection, it goes deep into the muscle, so it's a deeper injection, so the needle has to be thicker and longer. So for that we use needle anywhere from 20 to 25 gauge needle, and most widely you use anywhere from 21 to 23 gauge needle. Now length has to be anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inch in length. How will you determine the length? So the length depends upon the weight of the patient. In adults, if it is 19 years and older, and if the weight is 60 kilogram or less, you use 1 inch. It's anywhere from 60 to 70 kilogram, again you use 1 inch length needle. For men, if the weight is 70 to 118 kilogram or 150 to 260 pound, you can use anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches. So you have to look at the site and see if the patient has a lot of adipose or fatty tissue. If present, use 1.5 inches or use 1 inch. But if the weight is greater than 118 kilogram or 260 pound, use 1.5 inch length needle. Now in women, if the weight is 70 to 90 kilogram or 150 to 200 pound, again you can use anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches. So look at the site and look if the patient has a lot of adipose or fatty tissue. If present, use 1.5 or use 1 inch. But if the weight is greater than 90 kilogram or 200 pounds, use 1.5 inches. Now, what about the subcutaneous injection? The subcu injection goes into the subcutaneous layer. So it's not a deeper injection. It's a shallow injection. So the needle has to be small and short, and you can see in this picture. So usually you use a needle gauge anywhere from 25. So this is a 25 gauge needle to 30 gauge. And the length can be anywhere from half to 5.8 inch in length. So today we learned about needle gauge and length for IM and subcu injection in adults, and thanks for watching my video.